Happy Lunar New Year, and I'm getting all of these. Like lunar wishes, Lunar New Year's wishes, which basically means that I might get thrown off of me doing this YouTube post. But if you are one of the many subscribers that just recently subscribed to this channel, I'm just gonna say thank you so much, because I'm only almost halfway. I'm like literally like 100 people from getting halfway to getting monetization, and the truth of the matter is I've been enjoying this little process. This has been a fun experiment for me. So if you subscribe to this channel, I'm just gonna say that you will learn some very, very strange things. You'll learn an appreciation of the strangest things you can possibly imagine in the most real life way. These are my real life experiences. When I look back on some of the people that I've met and the experiences that I've had throughout my life, I had a really strange life. And getting sued for bending spoons on court TV with the judge presiding over it being Jerry Springer, for instance. And that was just recently. So, all I'm going to say is it comes to a point where sometimes you just got to sort of stop disbelieving in things. You got to stop disbelieving in things, because it's just too easy these days to believe that virtually anything can happen. Right? And so that's why it's important for all of you to just sort of make up your own mind about any of this stuff that I talk about, because everyone has a limit. And what's your limit? For a while, mine was Bigfoot. By the way, if you like what I have to say, please subscribe to this channel, and please share it with a friend. Let them know what a fun time we're having here on Real Life Secrets of the Impossible. So what was I saying? Going back to my friends and experiences, this takes me back about 6 years ago, maybe, to 2016. It was the second Society for Scientific Exploration conference I had ever attended. At the time, first one was in Boulder, and I have a kind of strange experience between the two of those, which I'll tell later. But at this particular conference, I meet someone who ends up becoming a friend of mine later on. He might even be here, and he might even post something as a comment later on. His name was Webb Sentel, and I met him because we had a friend in common, this professor named Barry Richardson. Many of you who are mentalists out there might have even heard of Barry Richardson. He was a close friend of mine from Shreveport, Louisiana, and that, in fact, is where my friend Webb Sentel comes from. So I'm walking down the hallway at the Doubletree Hotel in Rockville, Maryland, which is where the Society of Scientific Exploration was meeting. And by the way, that's a great conference. If you're interested in strange things, you'll get into some of the best conversations over there. Anyway, I'm walking down. I hang out with him for a little bit. I notice that that's his name. I don't really talk about it. I notice he's a presenter, but I don't know anything about him. And then later on, 3 days later, at the end of the conference, I end up having dinner with him. And he says, "How are you enjoying the conference?" And my response was, well, I really have an open mind to pretty much all of this stuff that they talk about here, practically anything except for maybe Bigfoot. And he goes, "Well, you probably didn't sit in on my presentation, did you?" And suddenly I realized my joke was the joke on me, because that guy, Webb Sentel, is an expert on the Sasquatch and Bigfoot. So how about that? The synchronicity of me just telling a joke to this guy. The one thing I don't believe in is this crazy Sasquatch thing that the television shows are awful. And yet, here he is. He's the real deal. He's the guy that actually studies this stuff. And this week, I'm going to talk to you about my new friend, Professor Webb Sentel, and talk about the kinds of strange experiences that he's had regarding this strange, mysterious creature that we all seem to know as Bigfoot. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and we'll see you tomorrow. More stories of the unexplained coming at you real soon.